Hi everyone, I'm Bruce Whitacre and I'm going to read from my book, Good Housekeeping. The first poem is the title poem, Good Housekeeping. I sing the body domestic in sonnets Hooveric. The housefrau on the corner is heartless to my dog, but her pressed curtains part on a promise of paradise. Without home fires, there would be neither war nor peace. It left the footprint of settlers on stolen lands, of those they called savage. Housekeeping is why greed is the root of evil, yet it keeps us alive. Beau of that Mayfair Amazon Mrs. Dalloway, the feather duster is our sword of Damocles. Dismiss its implications at your peril. Our polished windows gaze out unobscured on the dwindling Anthropocene vista, the clear-cut wastes we've washed down the disposal. It can't go on like this. This is all we have. And the next poem is Toshiko's Cup, which is a haibon. It concludes with a haiku. Toshiko's Cup. The smaller the bowl, the more precious the tea. Or is that just a rumor, an echo from Rikyu's suicide? The exquisite dissolves in the mundane, leaving the residue of this wave-washed vessel, a paradox solved only by use. Rainbow void in clay, fire to hold rare infusions, sipped by refined lips. The next poem is Loading the Dishwasher. Loading the dishwasher. The phrase itself evokes a certain privilege. I've lived with and without, and with is almost better enough. The casserole, the sushi board, the tagine, the wok, never grandma's china, it all goes in, more merry. Slosh, slosh, and a gentle ping, lift and fling, flight to the shelves that hold all you can handle sometimes. Some days, it is the only door that opens to you or that closes on your mess. I'll handle this, click, words of a saint. Heavy duty, light china, normal wash, pro scrub. To heat dry or not is the only decision I am up to today. Opinion is divided over how green is my vice. One more dilemma to rack and stack. Even so, there are times dishes tower in the sink, a wine glass shatters, shards nestle in the silverware, a spoon lurks near the drain unreachable. Those days are the days you want to load your job, your mate, your boss, your bills, your kids, those walkers, that customer, the news, Washington, Beijing, Brussels, Palm Beach, your mother, your body, your anger, your hunger, your fears for the future, locked and loaded, cancel, drain. And another poem I'd like to read is Remember to Live. Remember to live. Morning glories, hibiscus, rose of Sharon, summer blooms that last only seconds when cut, stand for the chain, wrapping the world around the stars and back. My joy, fleeting but continuous, like a bird's song, or the ship engine thrum cruising the straits of Polynesia, ever present when I listen. Even foaming volcanoes promise whiter beaches. To wake in this place as to be a trout in a stream, a bird on a branch, steel tempered in forge for the mystical epic. Something is always coming. I'd also like to read Midsummer Midlife. Midsummer Midlife. Come pillow against me and let's savor a Netflix. The bed is stripped to sheets. The AC catches up. A sexy show and your weight on my chest launch beta video memories that have outlived their player. Fuzzy snatches of escapades, glances across fog-filled rooms, lit by smoldering flickers of Bring It On, halo your face lit by the screen, that detonate under my skin this Saturday night that descends from velvet ropes, then chains, then spiked collars, the bind that ties, confines, that couch. Now we leave parties early or blow them off. We turn away from other, greener mouths. Back to now, yes, scan the menu. This is still the one recommended for you. And I'd also like to read Witnessing Rome. Witnessing Rome. Oleander on the balcony, odor of chief on the tiles, the possessive calm of the casalinga dusting marble sills, puffing her Chesterfields. Witnessing Rome, its cliches defy reinvention. Every fountain, every day is both new and eternal, documented and undiscovered. Background, foreground, the lens toggles, a rumble of tires on black cobblestones, squadrons of scooters surf streetcar rails, internet marketers sip Ely, and rest their mobile phones on marble scavenged from, why not, Cicero's atrium. Their peg-leg trousers bunch on soccer calves, their eyewear sets trends. The black Mercedes growl the narrow lanes, the onorevoli stroll arm in arm to lunch. They plot obstruction by the fountain under tan umbrellas, while Easter pilgrims follow their shepherd's umbrellas from dome to dome, from gelato to piazza to pensione. They pause in the same piazza, yet tourist and functionary never connect. Two ghostly planes ever parallel, hear the same splash and move on to the same different days. Witnessing Rome, suspended between epochs, seeking apotheosis in ceilings. And one more, Night Rider. Night Rider, August. I'm sleepless and stuck in Rome, working a job from someone else's dream. Tossing off clinging sheets, I go to the window and widen the shutters for more air. Faint stars sprinkle the golden dome of Roman night, its fetid haze of hiatus. Their lights are almost audible in the vacated silence of cats hunting the ruins of the red-lamped naves. The sweet mountain zephyr, and only on this sea does zephyr pertain, descends from the hills, flushes the day's dry heat out to sea, and soothes my beaded brow. A rat-a-tat-tat catches my drowsy ear, a drum beat, then a cymbal. Someone is typing. From my eyrie, the stories of windows wrap around the courtyard in a 1930s grid. Geometry was progress then. One or two lit windows sentinel the shadows. The erratic rhythm almost echoes, traceless. It is a sound soon to be silenced for all time, the tap-tap-tap-ching of the 20th century lyre. It calls to my storyteller, my bard, my troubadour. I listen and yearn to take a seat, to crank a slice of paper and carve with those keys a lament, a tirade, an epic launched by a golden apple, a lullaby, or how it feels to gaze out on an August night and hear someone's mind at play, inviting me along to leap from this life and incise a new story. Thank you.